Welcome to the House of Cush Almanac, where the evolved hustlers come to learn more about astrology, rootwork, conjure, and tarot. Now, if you are new here, y'all, before I get started on the almanac for the week as well as the tribe reading, let me just say thank you for stopping through, and don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe. And if you are an OG, I appreciate you for continuing to engage and support. And don't y'all forget to share and tell a friend to tell a friend. You never know who it can help. Okay, now let's just get into this upcoming week, because Lord knows it has been energy packed. Okay, it has been very much busy, and this upcoming week is no different. So let's get into some of the key points that you can expect for this week. Now, first things first, Mercury is still remaining retrograde in Pisces, so we're still in a review, refine, and revisit cycle. And Jupiter in itself finally stations direct in Cancer on the 11th, and this is going to ease a lot of emotional tension and opening more growth paths for us again. So that is going to be a great move, and I would definitely suggest preparing for that. Now, we also got Venus in Aries, which is continuing to energize your relationships, partnerships, and your values with direct expression and desire for initiatives. Now, this could be business, personal. It works both ways, any sort of partnerships, right? Now, the moon's void, of course, periods mark important moments for inner work rather than launching new action. So, astrologically, our weather words this week are going to be review, recalibrate, expand with emotional clarity, direct desire, and inner reporting. Now, in terms of today, the most important thing that we'll be doing is strategizing and planting seeds for the week ahead. And what comes up for us on Sunday is a Scorpio waning gibbous moon. Now, during a waning gibbous moon, we are more focused in on clarity and revealing, especially with that Scorpio energy, which is going to be potent for a few days. And if you are looking to research and know more about where to go in terms of contacting your spirit team, this is going to be a very good time for that, right? I'm gonna tell you exactly how many days. But first, let's get into what you do during a waning gibbous moon, okay? During a waning gibbous moon, you're going to repel, banish, destroy unwanted things, introspect, clarity, as well as alignment. Pardon. So that is the energy you feel coming behind this waning gibbous moon in Scorpio. I would find Scorpio in my chart, see where it's transiting, and possibly try to maximize in that house my power. Now, Sunday is ruled by the sun, so it's all about confidence, raising your profile, and spell work in itself done on a Sunday is a good catch-all day, because it allows you to kind of petition the gods and the goddesses that are high-ranking, and it's also a good day to start solve problems as well. So if you had any issues for the week prior to that, you might want to say, okay, I'm going to make a very small but significant list, and we got some issues that we need to resolve. This is going to be good if you are tracking your evolution and the goals that you are setting for yourself, okay? So whatever didn't work out Sunday, if it's major, you can tap into it, okay? You can very much tap. Now, Monday is cool. Monday's ruled by the moon, as you know. It's coming through with, again, a Scorpio waning gibbous moon. And as you know, when you tap into Monday's energy, again, this is very much about fertility, birthing new things, travel, and we've got some harmonizing intuition and expansion energy. A specific transit highlight for Monday is going to be Mercury going retrograde is trining Jupiter in Cancer. Now, the energetic tone of this is going to be surrounding intuitive insight, deep emotional support with a blend of empathy and logical reflection. So that's a good space to be in, right? It opens your eyes. It takes away the illusions and delusions, which during this time, as you're preparing for this next phase, you really don't need any of that, right? Now, this particular transit supports meaningful review work. Now, this is particularly around emotional boundaries and long-term goals. You want to think actionable spells and rituals. So, emotional clarity, maybe a candle ritual that would release all emotional blocks. Or if you are into using oils to work your candles and your bath work, even yourself, you might want to tap into a Jupiter blessing oil. Now, this could be for renewed emotional confidence, okay? So that's something that you can tap into on Monday as we get ready to move into that direct energy. Now let's get into Tuesday, because Tuesday is ruled by Mars, and with Jupiter moving into the direct energy shift, we have a very interesting moon as well. Now, okay, Tuesday we still are shifting over into the Sagittarius, but still a waning gibbous phase. Okay, so where is Sagittarius? What does Sagittarius embody when it comes to Mars and movement and freedom, spirituality, learning, right? Passion, spark, ignite, like movement, right? So use all of that energy to put more protection, repel, banish, destroy anything that is blocking your way in terms of your movement forward and where you are going, the things that you've already planned. Now, you have to be very precise about this, and I'm definitely going to recommend do not overwhelm yourself as you work with these planets and as you begin to utilize the moon in your favor for your creative projects and your hustles, right? Okay, so let's get into Tuesday's astrology situation in specifics. Now, with Jupiter stationing direct in Cancer, the theme is going to be more so surrounding expansion, resuming, emotional look, tongue twister, emotional nourishment, and heightened intuitive protective instincts. Okay, so how Jupiter direct shifts the energy of the week. So we have been having a lot of energy like that we've been dealing with on a personal level, our feelings, our emotions, our family, like things that we are close to, like all of that has been a key focal point, and there's been sort of a tightening around setting up that foundation so you don't continue to make the same mistakes, and you may be more serious about keeping those blessings and, you know, taking care of yourself. So a lot of that was really facing inward, and we'll be in this Cancer energy until the end of June on the 30th. Now, overall, again, a shift of almost like a opening of a road that has been, you could see it, but it is like you couldn't really do anything. So what did you do? You stood back, you strategized, you planned, and you focused in on the key details, and you did a lot of inner work too, again. So that is going to be assisting you. I'm going to go keep that in mind, like put a pin in it as we do go over the remaining moon phases for the week, and we'll kind of tap back into that in a second. Now, I feel as though the best way that you might invite abundance and healing energy into your space is a good cleansing, especially right now during the waning. This is removal. So if you're healing any stuck or stagnant energy, go ahead and do you a good cleansing. Go ahead and take you a good bath with some lavender. That's a very easy herb to get if you're not, into shopping at your local like natural shops and whatnot, farmers markets. You can go right to the store, grab you some lavender tea, open the bag, or don't open the bag if you're doing it for a bath, and put it there. Drink you some tea, put it under your pillow, under your bed for the week. Put a little situation so you can know what's what. Okay, we're gonna definitely tap further into that. But as you know, Jupiter is all about expansion, confidence, blessing the home, the family, and the friends. So I see blessings coming through. I see like if you were kind of placed in what we call a waiting room this week, that waiting room, they're going to start to call your number. Okay, you've been on a waiting list, your number is about to start to be called, but make sure you are ready and prepared for that. Okay, now I am going to do, like I said, a pool, and we're going to tap into what the Jupiter and direct energy, Jupiter going direct energy actually means for us. Now, let's think about Wednesday. I'm going to simmer that. We're going to put a pin in that. We're going to tap into Wednesday's energy for us, right? Now, Wednesday, we got a last quarter moon in Sagittarius, right? And Wednesday is ruled by Mercury. As you know, Mercury's in retrograde. So get clear, right? Get very clear on what you want to banish and what you want to drop so that you can get where you need to go. Now, you've done a level of spiritually protecting and maybe even doing some boards on Tuesday, which I definitely wanted to mention to y'all. So we gonna pop back in with that Tuesday Mars energy. So as you set yourself up, right, for the journey ahead, you might also want to tap into some comfrey root. Comfrey, that's a good travel herb. Okay, so going on a new journey, the roads are opening up, get you some comfrey. Okay, now let's see, midweek astrology vibes, a lot of void moons and very much strategic timing, which y'all know I love to see. So Monday morning you're gonna have a void moon, and then Wednesday, okay, as well, and then Saturday. So what you want to do during this particular time is avoid initiating anything that needs longevity during these things. Instead, you want to ritualize, meditate, and revisit, which we've been heavy on that. We've been calling it refining. Go back to an old plan. Go back to the way you were setting your schedule up, something you could have been creating, and you are going to refine that and see where you could possibly make it even better than it was before, right? So I do want to focus in this week on some void moon cleansing spells. You know I love my good rosemary, and a simple sea salt could make for an amazing thing. Now be mindful when you use salt, because salt is very neutralizing and it does clear the space. So be mindful. Don't be just all like willy-nilly with the salt. Now, in terms of the rosemary, something of that nature, you could think of it enhancing the working and also being a protective agent as well, keeping the energy somewhat clear for you, okay? Clear the area. Now, these types of spells, these types of herbs are going to be great for emotionally clearing energy without committing to any new outcomes. And I may get very specific with how you can utilize that energy as well. That's going to be on, those rituals and spells are going to be on the digital grimoire on Patreon. So make sure y'all join the Patreon so you can go ahead and kind of work out what rituals you want to use. You can tweak them to your liking, and some of those rituals are going to be available for a PDF print off, so y'all can like put them in your grimoires. Okay, you can either print it off or you can download it into good Good Notes or whatever notebook you use for your digital grimoires. Okay, now let's talk Thursday. Okay, Thursday's ruling by Jupiter. Again, more expansive energy, confidence, blessings. Okay, and it's going to be shifting into a Capricorn waning crescent moon at 4:07 a.m. Now, when it comes to the waning crescent moon, let's talk about what we will accomplish during that moon, okay, in terms of creativity, in terms of bringing it to life, and the underlying feelings and emotions that you could be working with as well. It's very much giving lightweight psychology, okay? But waning crescent is for bigger banishing, dropping what you don't desire. So it's almost like you're doubling down. Like you decided, you're doubling down. Capricorn is strategy. Capricorn is endurance. Capricorn is very serious business, right? Comfortable, but it's because you've done the work, right? You've already pulled in. So now it's like Capricorn rules the knees. Hello. Let me go back to what was it saying? Sagittarius was the leg too. So yeah, I see interesting enough in terms of body parts, like how each zodiac sign rules a body part. I feel like you are building up the endurance to like go on the long-term journey. Like, let's get started. And you can't do one without the other. So it's like gradually building you up. You are focusing in on expanding your territory, learning more about yourself. You're focused on prep, right? We're prepping, we're refining. Keep that in mind. I know it may be exciting to think of something new and amazing to do, but spirit is very much heavy on you've got some projects that you didn't necessarily finish out, or maybe things that you weren't as confident in. Now you can put it to the forefront. Okay, so think about that. Again, what is it that you don't want? Cut those cords, remove those things, banish those things out of your energy. I have some great banishing herbs on Patreon on the Master Herbalist, which I definitely need to redo because I got so many other good herbs right now, y'all. That library is going to be metro booming. Spring is going to be amazing for the House of Peach because that update, is coming and I'm so excited for it. But without further ado, let's get into Friday. Now, Friday is ruled by Venus, and Friday is, again, we got Cap waning, crescent still, so we're still into bigger banishing, dropping what we don't want. All right, we're still focusing in on that, except we're gonna finesse it and tweak it to favor, okay, your network, partnerships, lovers, and loving on yourself as well, right? Loving who you are. Okay, let's get into it. Let's really focus in on Friday, because Friday's a good day to do business, if you ask me. You got some meals, maybe you want to go catch a lunch, go have a, something to build the community, build the camaraderie, network, like get out and explore. Get out and explore. Now, with Venus going sextile Pluto, right, this is pushing you for desire as well as transformation. And this is going to transform your emotional patterns more than anything. Diving into the why of it all, right? What happens when you get into these attachments, okay? So, attachments personally, professionally, like what draws you to that, and how can you change those things to benefit you, your company, your creative endeavors, again, or just your personal life. Okay, you may want to consider a ritual that has to do with more so of a deep healing bath, and focus on a Pluto invocation. Okay, Pluto is going to be good. Pluto is considered, the nickname for Pluto was the wealthy one. If you can endure the shifts and the transformations that Pluto brings, it is going to yield you a lot of great relationships and partnerships. Just that network is going to increase, and also focusing in on loving yourself 150%, so that you can continue to catch those blessings. Like, I feel like that's telling you, like, if you love yourself, if you value yourself, if you love what you do, you will catch that blessing of Pluto by Friday, and you definitely want to have your hands open for that. Okay, now let's get into Saturday. Saturdays, is ruled by Saturn, our boy Hades, aka Pluto. Now you're tapping in, reaping the harvest for your rewards. Now, Capricorn is also ruled by Saturn, so keep that in mind. Put a pin in that too, because Cap and Aquarius are going to be on a cusp, moon-wise. We've got a waning crescent that shifts from Capricorn to Aquarius at 3:15 p.m. Your time, all right? So what happens? What are you doing? You're cutting, you're banishing, you're ending, you're putting a period on the end of a sentence where maybe it was a comma or a ... or maybe even a semicolon. Like, maybe we'll come back to that. And I feel like if spirits are just saying, no, we're not going to come back to that. We're going to plant seeds for new things. We're going to have a bit of a refresh as well as a real review, because not Fridays, my bad, y'all. Saturdays is just a really good time for that, because you're clearing out energy from the previous week so you can get started for Sunday, right? Now, when you look into the aspect of Saturday's energy, we have a slow build. We have a slow build for Saturday as we pump on over into Sunday, March the 15th, right? There is going to be a significant transit where I'm talking about March. Mercury retrograde is conjuncting Mars in Pisces. Okay, it's going to leave its signature of a deep inner reroute, emotional release, and shadow integration. So if you're still reviewing past stories that are holding you back and you want to kind of pinpoint where it is that you may have had a challenging point or a moment of opportunity, this is where you are going to tap in. And also be mindful of impulsive communication during that time on Sunday as well, okay, as you get ready to shift. So Saturday is like the prep, the release. Okay, the prep, the release, the strategy, and the rearranging your network, all things Aquarius, which Pluto's in Aquarius right now too. So that's gonna be a very interesting point, like shifting, and the crowd goes wild, right? I might consider a rewrite and release spell, which is a good like burning petition spell. And it kind of gets rid of your old stories. It's very simple. I love to work with fire. So if you're, you type your thing is working with fire, you might like this. So what you'll be doing is burning away old stories and inviting in new ones. You're going to use either a soft blue or a violet candle, right? And what you will do is you will declare and decree the old stories that you are releasing. Keep it fairly concise, okay? The more concise you are and the more you're willing to plan out certain petitions, you'll be able to see them work better. I know we be wanting to have like these long detailed petitions, and what it really does, it kind of like, you need to be very like sniper level with your petitions because you want to know they're happening. You want any confusion. So I'm definitely going to say keep it concise, and then once you heal from that, you pick up the next thing that you want to put down. Isn't that funny? But facts. So you're going to fold that paper away from you 3 times after you've signed, sealed, delivered. You could add a little extra razzle dazzle. And as you were folding it away from you, each time you fold it away from you, fold it counterclockwise, continuing to focus in on, again, what you are pulling away and releasing. Okay. Once you do that, you're going to take that petition and you're going to sit that petition flatly under the candle of your choice. You're going to allow that candle to burn out. Once that candle burns out, at that point, then you will leave it at either the crossroads or a running body of water, okay? And don't forget, don't look back. Leave your offering, leave your petition, which should be concealed somewhat. Now, if you don't technically feel comfortable, like, I would maybe even go so far. I have done this actually, where when a candle was done burning and I could reach my petition, I burned my petitions up. And then I scatter the ashes at the crossroads or where I am in the wind. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But ideally, you be at the crossroads. You be at a running body of water. Okay? And you say your Psalm 23 and you do your thing. Now, you may want to add a little je ne sais quoi, a little razzle dazzle to it. And you may want to dress your candle with herbs specific to a gentle release. Again, rosemary might be good for you. Chamomile, like you want to get rid of it. Maybe even just a pinch of black pepper. Okay, to remove that negative, like ick type of energy. Okay. Now let's get into a read for the week. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got, y'all. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting week. I think this week, like, stuff is just starting to pick up. It's been hectic. All this astrology, baby, it has been very, very hectic. Very. to a point where it's like, whoa. Only the strong survive. But if you are here listening to me right now, I can only conclude that you are one of Spirit's strongest soldiers. I laugh, but I am very serious. Like, if you're still pushing through, maybe you are a star, like Megan Thee Stallion said. Strong. You know, when I speak on culture this week, I really want to give a shout out to Krishan. Oh my gosh, she's doing amazing. Her training with her boxing, I knew it. I knew it. If y'all recall my episodes about Krishan, I was like, she needs to realize who she is. And yes, baby, she has realized, and it is a good look. She's awake. I love it. I do love it. So let's go ahead and open the roads and see what the elevated ancestors have for us for the week. All right, spirits, thank you so much for coming and protecting us as we go on this journey. Thank you for allowing me, first and foremost, to stand at the crossroads, period, to deliver the guidance for the week. And thank you for the gift. You know I don't abuse it. I honor it. I appreciate it. I love it. Okay? Whoa, phone down. All right, y'all. Now let's see. See what we got. Let's see. All right. Okay. Sunday, we've got a Capricorn energy here, okay? We'll get back to that. Sunday, we have Capricorn energy, all right? Monday, we have finality energy. We have the world, okay? Which it definitely checks. It checks, okay? Tell me about Tuesday. Tuesday, we have Sagittarius, temperance energy, balance, things working out. All right, and Wednesday, we have 4 of coins here in the upright. Okay. Thursday, we have 5 of coins in the reverse. Friday, we have daughter of coins in the reverse. Saturday, the free man in the reverse. All right. Okay, I see progression. I see endings. I do see a bit of worry here, maybe in terms of stability or receiving some sort of assistance. Maybe even worried about reaching some sort of long-term goal because there has been a little bit of stagnancy and it's caused you not to be able to go forward, move on a journey. What's the overall energy for next week? Messages, we got the daughter of knives. Your spirits are going to be reaching out to you quite a bit, and that tracks. We got a lot of energy in Scorpio starting the week out, so the messages are going to be hitting. There's going to be exchange of information and a review here. Now let me get into Sunday's energy with this Capricorn first. Before I do that, I'm gonna go back to the almanac because I want to tie together. I'm gonna do something a little different this week. As y'all can tell, I'm actually shifting, doing a different period, but I want to also look into the moon phases to see how they're affecting each day. So we got Scorpio winning gibbets for Sunday, and I pulled the Capricorn, okay, the Miss Robinson card, which is the devil in traditional tarot, okay, shifting belief. Hold on, because I also want to give out some herbs. Okay, Sunday. Tell me about the Miss Robinson card on Sunday. There is been a realization. There has been a significant realization when you think of that Capricorn energy coming in on Sunday. And 3 days, maybe 3 days ago, maybe you've realized here what's been delaying you. Oh, okay. There's a realization on what's been delaying you recently. You figured it out. You've cracked the code. Let's see what's going on. 3 of Sticks in reverse. Yeah, you've cracked the code on like what's been delaying you, what's been causing you to crash, like in terms of your goals and success. I see a 3 of Sticks and a 6 of Sticks. Realizing where you failed recently, where you made a misstep. That misstep means something to you. Yeah, there's a issue of believing in yourself, and Sunday is a great day to tap into that, because Sunday is all about confidence and digging a little deeper and really tapping into those problems. So now that you've recognized the problem and what's delaying you and maybe feeling like you're going to fail, and this could be due to some sort of injustice here. There could even be someone in your energy that is focused in on you because they're experiencing some sort of legal issues that they've been going through, and it's been quite recent too. Tell me more. Libra energy here. Yeah, focused in reaching a goal. 6 of Coins, getting some sort of help 6 years ago. It could be significant. We got the 6 of Coins. So first thing first, Miss Robinson, the herb for her is going to be belladonna and hemlock, right? So I see you here creating from a space of beautiful chaos. So Sunday is all about you creating from a space of beautiful chaos, and the chaos is in this situation that was going on in the background. That you are now could possibly be needing some help. You could be needing help, but somebody could be wanting to ask you for some help, right? Let me see. Now, to fix this, where we at? 6 of Coins. We got a 4-leaf clover. You got lucky. That's the herb for the 6 of Coins. So lucky's on your side, right? Things are shifting. You almost like, I just heard started from the bottom, now we here. Okay, it's like if you started from the bottom, now you here. Like basically you being stripped bucky naked of your situation and having to kind of work from nothing. But this is your thing. Like this is where you shine. This is where you shine. Like the things that you are giving now are going to be pouring back into you. You could be receiving some money that was owed to you. You could be thinking about earning extra money right now, you know, getting some sort of loan or grant. So if you are in the field, I have also posted y'all March 2026 grant that you guys can tap into. So if you're feeling lucky, maybe go ahead and start researching some of those aspects. They are available. I think I posted it on the Facebook Cush Concierge group, and I also posted it on my threads. Okay, so I posted that list there. If you follow me there, that's where it is. But yeah, you may want to tap into that, receiving some sort of help after dealing with an injustice, a major failure that caused you some delays recently, right? That you are focused in on, and those are the things that you're looking to remedy this week. Now let's talk about Tuesday. We got the World card. So this is you tapping in, tending to your own situation, staying in your lane with the World here. Like digging deeply into yourself as the World kind of does its circus, its tap dance around you. Yeah, you have completed a cycle. See, you were dealing with some 10 of Knives in reverse energy, and that could have come from some people that this is something we've been tapping into a lot during the live readings on TikTok. Like, you've been dealing with people that you did not know was your enemies. And those cycles are now shifting. You've seen all there is to see. That deep dive, that Scorpio energy, you banishing those people, that's going to be amazing. Now this is a white rose. This is the plant for the 10 of knives in reverse, right? Because, and I feel like the garden, which is the world, is cosmos. That's the name of the plant. But yeah, there's a cycle coming to an end. Maybe there was some negative thinking. Maybe there are some situations that you were Ooh, you was enduring, baby. Tell me about the 10 of knives. Maybe feeling like you weren't going to get a rebirth. You weren't going to be able to restart. Scorpio here. Yeah. Change of plans. 7 of knives in reverse. Yeah, and things are going to start to pick back up. See, I feel like it's crazy because they highlight, and it's like, baby, let me let you know where you been so you can know where you're going. Oh, I mentioned comfrey root to y'all. Tell me why 2 of sticks, 2 of wands, aka is the comfrey root. Travel, movement. Now, this is going to be great for planning for your future, as we were talking about. This is going to be you making progress, things happening, being ambitious, and getting ready to get started. Now, as you shift into Tuesday, which is Sag energy already, and it's crazy. I pulled, well, quite ironic if you will, that I pulled the card that is all about Sagittarius on that particular day. So we've got temperance energy that we are tapping into. Like, after a period of things being really fucking shaky, is what I get from these. You are seeing things kind of start to level out. You are starting to be able to work it out in a way that is beneficial for you. Now, let's get the herb for that card. Because if you need to find balance, and you might find yourself dealing with some things, okay? Peavine, Peavine is going to be the plant for that. Okay, this is you focusing on your healing. This is you paying for peace if you must, because peace is priceless. Okay, tell me about the temperance. Ooh, yes. So we got the daughter of baskets in reverse. Tell me more. Yeah. There's an empress in reverse in your energy here. Aries could be significant. They need you to find some sort of balance. Like, sometimes less is more. So if you find yourself like focused on the material aspect of things, or why are you going on this journey, what's your motivation, what fuels you, right? You want to make sure you're not coming into that big queen in reverse, or that, what is that empress in reverse energy when you get ready to do things. You want to make sure when you go on this, you doing it for the love of the game. It has to be for the love of the game this week. It truly does. You cannot be in your thoughts heavy about why things didn't work out in the past, and those battles that you're facing. I feel like, okay, we got the 7 of sticks in the up right here, so that's telling me that, like, these are things you've been working with, and you've been having to summon some industry, because again, you've been dealing with the loss of some sort of materialistic gain, and it maybe have you quite upset. And again, things are balancing out, but you got to be a willing participant, right? Budgeting, focus. 8 of coins in reverse. Yeah, maybe you are realizing why things were moving slow over the past 2 weeks with this 2 of knives in reverse, and you see where those burdens were like doing so much. 10 of sticks in reverse. Disaster energy too. If you're not the Sagittarius here, I'm also seeing where there could have been a Sagittarius in your energy. And you're balancing things out after dealing with that, right? That particular archetype, that big queen in reverse, that daughter of baskets in reverse, which is what, the Knight of Cups, as well as the Empress in reverse. You've been battling with that archetype. So this is a season of you at healing after dealing with like the mess. Okay, 3 weeks is very significant. And you've been dealing with the mess, so it's like, again, eucalyptus. Like, this is you healing, having a resurrection. Ooh, yes. The worst being over after the season. Maybe this could have also something happened during Sagittarius season, right? Take it where it resonates, okay? Healing, recovery, resurrection. Fighting a good fight, baby. But definitely coming out on the right side of things. Now, Wednesday, Mercury, 4 of Coins. This is when stability starts to set in. This is when the plans really start to take form and you can finally see the fruits of your labor. Marigold is the herb marigold. Okay. So this is you tapping in to your financial security. Again, you being stable. Okay, Wednesday is good. Now, in the past, you might have been a little reckless, maybe a little fearful with the Daughter of Sticks in reverse, fire sign energy, and that is something that you could have been moving away from. There's also, I'm hearing a fire sign here, maybe a younger fire sign. Wednesday, you are now realizing that you are walking away from this energy for good, and it's, it's going to be in harmony with your emotions right now. You are pretty much settled and okay with the way that's playing out. Tell me more. Yeah, because in the past, it just wasn't a fulfilling relationship. The relationship did not fulfill your desires. There seems to be a lot of lies and deceit beneath the surface. 5 of Knives in reverse. And this could have to do with a Father of Knives here. This could be a air sign masculine in your energy that is kind of causing it. Yeah, this person spun some sort of narrative. Their lies were here, and then you got someone, like I said, they didn't want you to seem desirable. They didn't want you to seem truthful. Yeah, this person, that's an energy that's moving fun and Wednesday. What Mercury, Gemini, Libra, what is that? What's the air sign? Aquarius. Somebody's plans. Whew, interesting. Tell me about Thursday. Yeah, I'm gonna skip right on over there. I might come back to it. I'm trying to keep my team brief. Tell me about the 5 of Coins in the reverse. So Thursday, you could be somewhat worried about not receiving some sort of help, but you need to release that. You need to surrender. Pisces could be significant because you are being taken care of. Like, you worry about having to surrender some sort of assistance. Maybe you could be having to surrender your comfort or your stability, and you need to let go of that. You need to let go of that. You seem to have not been able to make peace with not receiving some sort of offer over the past 6 months. Could be from a Emperor in reverse, so why would you even care if you get that offer? This is an Aries masculine that is in your energy, and maybe this person's upset. But if you were considering an Emperor in reverse Aries who could be very just bossy in a negative way, right? Very misdirected, just abuse of power, right? There is some sort of knowledge that you've built up, some sort of information here. Mother of Knives, air sign, feminine energy. You not like cold and calculating, but this is you really, you've studied this individual. You've learned, like I say, you've seen all you need to see. You know what's up. And maybe in the past, like, okay, these things happen, but I feel you, like, I see you learning a lesson here. I see you learning a lesson that you're finally like putting that strategy into action. That's exactly what I see. You will be more than comfortable, just surrender and stop worrying about the future and about the possibility of you receiving help, right? Tell me about Friday with the Daughter of Coins in reverse. Now, here we have Friday. I got a 2-for-1, so I'm going to take it. I got the 4 of Knives to the Son of Coins in the upright. So here I see maybe things were moving slow, and this was giving you time to rest, refocus, and plan over the past month. And now you can start to implement. Now you can start to do. Now, I also want to get into this Freeman in reverse, because what is the hold up, right? What's the hold up? Maybe you're having a hard time walking away from something that you care about, some sort of dream. Water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio here on Saturday. Can't walk away from something you care about, all that maybe you nurtured and grew. I'm also hearing like you are not going to be able to go on this journey until you check those emotions, right? There seems to be a lack. Maybe so there's some taking here, a money issue in the past. Nine of coins, so that's 9 years. I'm also seeing past 8 weeks that could be relevant for someone. But on Saturday, yeah, you could be trying to free yourself and heal, and you've got somebody here that just really is on your top. They want to keep you stuck in your mind, unable to make a decision because of a financial situation, right? This could be a group of friends, could be some people that you actually cared about. This could involve a father of coins here, King of Pentacles type of energy. That's a earth sign that you need to be watching out for or paying attention to. You need to be paying attention. There's a situation, a disaster that you could be recovering from over the next 5 months, and this person, you're recovering from whatever they try to do. You're still bossed up. You're still like working on your goals, practicing financial discipline, doing all the things they didn't expect you to do. And you could have someone who is in disbelief here. Aquarius could be significant. They could be in disbelief because you still continue to keep going. You still continue to keep moving. Cancer is also significant as well. Yeah, somebody not trying to see you go on this journey. Saturday, their energy could get potent. That earth sign and that Cancer, their energy is going to get potent. Yeah, you moved on. You're starting a new life. Things are starting to look up. You're building something 4 days. Now, I could see you being somewhat impatient about a situation. Maybe, again, you don't feel like you know enough. That could also be a theme for you. Taurus heavy here. You could be not focused. You are in disbelief. Let me see. You can't see it, so you don't believe it. It's taking too much time. And the reason it is because you got a magician in reverse in your energy here. Somebody got mad and they decided that they was gonna do some baneful magic. So that is why you have been experiencing delays. Okay, Gemini could be very significant here, as well as Cancer. Yeah, somebody has been doing baneful magic under the moon. Could be a Cancer or a Gemini, and they could be trying to crank that soldier boy up. Look, no, for real, they could be trying to tap back into that on Saturday. So be mindful. Be mindful. Stay vigilant. Okay. Word on the street. Okay. Where we at on time? For 7 minutes, y'all. Okay. Word on the street is. Word on the street messages. People could be trying to reach out to you this week too. Like somebody could be trying to get into some sort of communication. Like somebody wants to discuss the plan, see what you got planned, like trying to get in your head. It could be your spirit team just simply trying to speak to you. I am going to get some confirmation on that as I guess what's be going on. Daughter of Knives. Spirit, what is that? What's going on with the Daughter of Knives? What's the message? So you've been receiving messages that there was going to be some exposure that was going to happen. Deceit, something was going to be brought out into the open. And 4 of Swords in reverse, like some valuable information somebody is telling, and they could be again experiencing embarrassment with that 6 of Wands in reverse, or maybe some legal trouble. And they could be forced to pay you. They could be forced to reimburse you with this 9 of Pentacles here. They don't want to, baby. They upset about it. Page of Cups in reverse, because they didn't think that they had anything that they had to regret. They felt like they had everything under control. A Leo could be significant here, but there is something being shown in regards to some sort of family investment, long-term investment here with the 10 of Pentacles. Blessings, investments. You are in charge, and there is an Emperor, Aries. There's also a High Priestess, Taurus. These people know, inner knowing. I'm also picking that up from the Aries and the Taurus energy with this Empress. The Emperor and the High Priestess. You are starting something new. You've been patient. Your life is about to start to pick up again, okay? Life isn't over. Things are still moving. You are now free with the Hangman in reverse. You are free from working with these individuals. Yeah, you no longer was working with whoever these people were that are now under judgment. Yeah, somebody tried to get something done and they're under judgment. Libra here, as well as a Leo. They've done something to weaken their position over the past 3 days. Are they going to do it within 3 days? And it is going to have their ass trapped, okay? They trapped. The decision that they make in 3 days is going to trap these people, okay? Particularly that Queen of Wands, that Leo energy, okay? This person needs to slow down, and they because they are not going to be happy with the outcome of their actions. They're gonna wish they hadn't have done this, and somebody could even be trying to approach you with some sort of apology or offer here coming towards you. Oh, I'm also picking up somebody may have like took an offer to do something unjustified from a King of Swords in reverse, in order to gain a title here, gain some sort of clout. But they're in a tower, baby. They losing this fight. They are losing this fight. So the new plan is to, what's the devil? Yeah, somebody could be focused in on avoiding a betrayal here. And they think they could do this by staying with a Temperance in reverse, staying unbalanced. But in the long run, the options are going to run out for this individual. 8 months, the options could have run out. They're losing a battle. And this King of Cups in reverse, somebody could be trying to come in and emotionally manipulate you into accepting an offer or making peace with them. There's a Virgo as well as an Aquarius here, committed to shedding light on some sort of family dynamic, maybe abuse, trigger warning, or maybe just not being satisfied, okay? You Queen of Cups, yeah, you may have fixed the situation or tried to with a King of Wands in the reverse, and this person just refused to like walk away from a situation, and it's because they could have been working on something, maybe with a Queen of Swords in reverse, manipulating someone here to get them to delay, breaking up, lovers in reverse, and to keep a burden. They didn't want to carry some sort of burden, but somebody is seeing something about a Hierophant in reverse. Something this person may have tried to hide could involve a Cancer. They could have tried to hide that they were not going to take an offer here. Person was being manipulative. Maybe they didn't want to take an offer from a Gemini. The Magician in reverse. This T, yeah, somebody maybe, yeah, there was a plan here to stay in a situation, maybe to avoid heartbreak. Maybe they thought this would heal a situation. It would help them money wise. Maybe somebody tried to get some help with some money. A King of Pentacles in reverse. This person still lost this fight. They're having a run of bad luck here. Yeah, and this person, now you don't have to worry about this person anymore. They've been slowed down. They've been stopped. A Cancer here also, so that you can come in out of the cold and maneuver with your plans and your ideas here. Something that you come up with recently. See, they were trying to keep you unstable so that they could like get in where they fit in, and that is the truth. And all of that is coming to a head. Yeah, you were unable to get comfortable. Now things are working out. All the stagnation is ending, and a cycle that remained open due to you not collaborating with these people, them stopping you from working. Yeah, that's why it was open, because they was mad. They was tight because you ain't want to work with their ass no more. You separated. This was not a equal partnership. It caused lots of delays. You weren't reaching your goals. They tight about you not like continuing to engage, which is crazy. Take it where it resonates, but if this is personal or business, again, it don't matter, because all in all, this energy is toxic. If it's a boss, a business partner, they're distorted. They're distorted. They're a bully. They abuse their power, like, and then they got their minions here that are helping them along the way. Okay, let me see what the oracle got to say before we wrap it up. Now, a lot of this has taken patience for you. You don't need to forget that you are protected here. Protect your children. Protect what you care about. Now, Wednesday, there's an air of fear here that someone could be playing in your energy, and maybe you're gonna unhappy. Could be a Gemini that is being unmasked. This person is hateful. Could have involved a friend, maybe a Libra here. This person also a Leo. This person's been trying to work something out, but it looks like this Leo energy is they're losing the courage to defend a situation. Someone hasn't been able to adapt to this at all. Scorpio is significant. Wednesday, there could be an inevitable death. We got the death card here, a huge ending. Maybe you need to trust this ending. Trust the fact that this is over, because there was a curse here. Yeah, somebody they wanted your power. This person, Aries energy, so they could have tried to curse you. Now, Thursday, there's going to be somebody that's trying. They were confident. Somebody's confident that they can keep something hidden, but you are wise and you know not to talk to this person because they are weak-willed and they are not very nice. This could be a Cancer that you know not to talk to. Friday, someone is trying to minimize a situation that they played a part in because you don't want to work with them and you do not want to evolve with them. So they're trying to come up with some sort of cunning deal, Capricorn, to stop you from going after peace, Sagittarius. Saturday is creation. You're creating a new way of life. I got create and work, okay? Overall, somebody is definitely trying to consume you. That is what their intentions are, and they want to destroy your rebirth. They want you to take this L. Aquarius could be involved. There's something coming to the surface about their health here, and their energy is low down and dirty because they've been tricking someone. Could be a Taurus here in terms of giving them something, and now this person seems to be trapped because they did not follow their instincts, and they're in disbelief because their inspiration to do something to you. Now this person seems to be restless. Nothing is changing. Their secrets are coming out, and how they move is no longer a mystery. There's some spirit work here. So I see a bit of tea and also a bit of progression for the week. Okay. So if this resonates in any way for you and you are looking for more clarity, because this is a general reading, you guys don't forget that my books are open 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can go ahead and get on my books for live as well as recorded readings. All right, we do get on Zoom, so no matter where you are in the world, we can definitely chat and go ahead and try to get some strategy and some clarity going for the week. Also, birth chart readings I think are also going to be quite influential this week as well. It's going to be a good point of reference and almost like a map for where you are moving forward. All right, gives you a little bit more insight too. All right, so keep that in mind. Yeah, I'm looking at what's going on here. All right, y'all. Now, let me close this road. Thank you so much, spirits, for opening this road for me. I do close it. I thank you for insight. I thank you for strategy and clarity. Appreciate you. You guys have a good evening. Yes, confirmation. Now, again, spell work, rituals. We got a road opener coming on Monday. If you want to participate in that, the link is in the bio. All right, y'all. And yeah, don't forget, follow, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. You never know who can help. The digital grimoire is available for your viewing pleasure on Patreon, so tap in. And yeah, we will most definitely chat soon. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms and check me out on live, y'all. Check me out on live. We will chat soon. Y'all have a good week. Love you, mean it. Bye.